Hi again, everybody. Bob Barlow here. A million and a billion. They sound really similar, right? A million, a billion. If I had a cold, a billion, you wouldn't even know which one I was saying. So they sound very similar, and that can be really misleading because the truth is they are two very different numbers. I mean, they're both big, but they're really different. And that's what this song will teach you. The difference between a million and a billion is quite a gigantic difference, as you'll see. Even though a million and a billion rhyme, that's about their biggest similarity. If you counted to a million, one number at a time, taking 1 second to say each one, it would take you quite a while, but nowhere near as long as it would take to count to a billion. And I'll show it to you now. I'll prove it to you, as a matter of fact, using a calculator. Let's see, a million. A million is a 1 followed by 6 zeros. It looks like this, and I do apologize for the glare. That's what a million looks like. So it would take, if we counted to a million 1 second at a time, it would take a million seconds. I don't know how much time that is. I have to convert that into something more useful. So I know that, that there are 60 seconds in each minute, so we'll take that million seconds and divide it by 60, and that should give us a number, 16,666 plus a little decimal section there. We'll just look at the whole number part. So 16,666 minutes. Still doesn't do us much good, right? That's not a very practical number. If I said, hey, I'll see you at the mall in 16,666 minutes, I don't think that would be of much use to either of us. So we have to take that number and divide it further. We're going to find out how many hours that is, and we can do that by dividing by 60 again, because there are 60 minutes in every hour. So we're going to divide this by 60, and that gives us, again, if we're just focusing on the part, the whole number part, not the decimal part, we see that we've got about 277 hours. Okay, that's still not all that practical. Again, if I were to say, hey, see you at the mall in 277 hours, that's, again, not such a useful number for us. So we're going to have to take those hours and convert them into something useful. I know there are 24 hours in a day, so I'll divide 277 and change by 24, and that should tell us how many days it would take to count to a million 1 second at a time. And the number that we see is 11, a little more than 11 and a half roughly. So it would take 11 and a half days to count to a million, and I think we can agree that that's a long time. If you started counting today, it would be about a week and a half, a little more than a week and a half, I believe, if my math is correct, to count up to a million. That would be a long time. How could we figure out how long it would take to count up to a billion? Well, a billion is 1,000 million. So we can take this 11 and a half day figure, and let's start by let's find out how many days it would take to count to a billion. We'll multiply this times 1,000. So that makes sense. That's about 11,000, what do we have there? 11,574. 11,574 days. Okay, now we have to do some dividing to find out how many years that would be, that 11,000, I'm sorry, I have to keep getting light on here, otherwise I can't see the numbers, 11,574, that's days. We would divide that by 365 to find out how many years that is, because there are 365 days in a year. So I'm going to divide 11,574 by 365. That'll tell us how many years. And we get 31 and 7/10, 31 and some more. But so 31 years. 31 years. If you are 10 years old and you start counting to 1 billion 1 second at a time, you'll be done when you're a little more than 41 years old. So counting to 1 million takes about 11.5 days. Counting to 1 billion takes, let's find that figure again, counting to 1 million takes more than 31 years. That's a gigantic difference. So, the difference between 1 million and 1 billion is quite a gigantic difference, now you know. Both are big, but one is very big. Now that I've made my point, away I'll go. But first, I will wish you a wonderful day, and I will promise to see you back here tomorrow with a whole nother song. Bye-bye.